Cancer, welcome back. Your manifesting ability is really strong right now. The first card out here is Magic for your spirit message, the number 3. I love the number 3. I'm actually a life path number 3. Before I even knew that I was a life path number 3, 3 was my favorite number, and it blew my mind when I found out. But the 3 is all about growth and expansion, creating, trusting yourself to create in the world and allowing that to grow. And so it makes perfect sense to me as to why divine masculine is out here, sacred masculine energy. So manifesting, so you are in that magician energy in your oracle here. You're in that magician energy, taking your ability to create whatever you want in the world, taking it out of the dark, out of the nebula, out of the place that lives just in your mind, and creating it in reality, building things with that masculine energy here. And then beneath the deck, you have talisman. So it kind of feels like by you doing this thing, it just feels like that natural process of moving forward. By you doing this thing, new doors open to you. Now, Cancer, I'm going to read to you what some of these cards mean based off of the Sacred Oracle book. I've been doing that for the signs, and I like the feel of it because I think it gives different people more insight. And I think also, Cancer, it can wake up your own intuition into what it is that Spirit wants to communicate to you about what this is related to for you. So for Magic, the number 3, it says you are a magical being. Time to stop hiding the awe-inspiring abilities you have to connect to the divine. Drawing the Pinnacle invites you to connect with your personal magic on a deeper level at this time. Working with the phases of the moon in ritual and with herbs, candles, crystals, and spell work are some ways we can connect to our magic. We've got a lot of power right now, Cancer, and I keep feeling that. And I also feel like it's something that you've been doing, something that you've been working on, watching, studying, that's helping you to feel that sense of heightened vibration so that you can connect and create what it is that you want. Find what suits you best with love and with harm to none. That's good. If you are inquiring about a relationship or situation, take part. There's something quite special here, okay? This isn't exactly a love reading, but we're going to see. So for those of you where you're dealing with love, you're dealing with someone new, this kind of feels like a good omen for you at this time. Proceed with curiosity and wonder as the situation begins to unfold in the most unique of ways. Meditate on the pinnacle when you want to draw in the power of the elements to protect your energy or sacred space. That's beautiful. So whatever you're doing, whatever you've been thinking about, again, learning about, it's opening up energy for you. I wouldn't be surprised if the High Priestess pops out here, Cancer, that is you, but it kind of feels like the veil is thin right now so that you can hear, you can feel, you can see and create in the world what it is that you really want. I'm going to read Talisman out here. I love what it says about Talisman, and I think this can also encourage the spirit, activate some psychic ability for you too. It says the Talisman represents new doors opening for you now. New pathways are present at this time. It also invites you to find or create and charge an appropriate symbol, amulet, or mantra to help support your current endeavors or healing. Empower this talisman with your intention to evoke its magic in your everyday life. Meditate with this card to act as a powerful road opener to a new adventure or opportunities, or to discover hidden talismans of power, love, and peace. So manifesting energy. Yeah, would you agree? This is a beautiful time for you. Let's get some tarot out here to get an idea of what it is that you're working through and any advice that Spirit wants to give to you. Friends, if anyone is DMing you, messaging you, pretending to be me, friend, it is not. Please report and block. I want you to take care of yourselves out there, okay? God, angel, spirit guides for my lovely Cancer here. Who are they at this time? What are they working through at this time as they're manifesting, as they're creating, as they're building, you know, thinking about going into some new doors, trying something new? God, angel, spirit guys, tell us a little bit more about what Cancer is working through at this time. Let's see. Okay. So we have the 8 of Wands out here, exciting change, fast communication, incoming communication. Some of you are waiting for incoming communication, probably about something that you've been looking into, an offer here, applying to a new job, applying into a new position. For some of you, this isn't a love reading, that's going to be coming soon, but for some of you, it's connecting with someone, and it kind of feels like there's an opening for you all to connect. There's some invitation for connection here. It's beautiful. Now we have the Five of Swords out here, and it's upright. So there's a little bit of challenge here, okay? We also have the Page of Swords too. So for those of you where you are kind of getting into the workforce, you're competing for a job, where you're competing for an opportunity, it probably feels like there's a little bit of a block or resistance here. Maybe instead of things feeling like it's going really fast, it kind of feels like things have been slowing down for some communication that you're waiting to come through. And it feels like it's because there's some other kind of energy that is around you right now. It kind of feels like a little bit of a, background conversations happening, some negotiation happening right now, maybe somebody not being exactly on your team about something right now, and it kind of feels like it might be a little bit petty. Now I'm getting this vibe, Cancer, that for those of you where it has to do with some type of industry, work, career, business type stuff, it's someone who's showing up kind of petty and kind of naive, but you got some messages coming through. Okay, a message that can be a new beginning for you, a prosperous message related to opening, money, employment, a contract or something like that. Your offer came through, or they're considering your offer, something like that. And then for some of you, there's information coming through, messaging coming through to you that kind of just feels maybe petty, childish, void of communication. So I want to kind of live here for a moment and describe this to you, Cancer. For those of you where you've been dealing with someone, it could be friend, family, work, relationship, this kind of feels like a caution that you're working through dealing with someone who is using their words and their language to possibly distract you. Now, I don't have envy or jealousy out here, but I'm getting really strongly to be cautious about someone who might be trying to call you up, being on the phone with you, just kind of getting in the way, just energy of just being petty, childish. They're in their own stuff. And so when they're on the phone with you, they're almost looking for an argument. They're looking for, a battle with you on the phone, or at work, or in your relationship. It's not that this person is an evil person. I don't feel that. They're kind of naive. This feels like it doesn't even feel like they're thoughtful enough to have an intention to throw you off. But I think, Cancer, because of who you are, your intuitiveness, and because this is a magical time for you, it almost feels like there's a caution about this serving to block you, though. So it could be someone around you where it might be time to create a boundary. Maybe you're not picking up the phone when they call at a certain time, or maybe you're directly addressing their emotionless, non-empathetic, communication behavior or style. So it just kind of feels like be careful about that right now, because again, it could serve to turn your Eight of Wands in reverse, slowing things down because you're kind of caught up in the murkiness of this kind of side background energy that kind of feels nasty, chaotic, childish, petty. That's an opposite energy of what it is that you're creating and what you're bringing in. So you want to gradually shrink that so that this growth opportunity, the good communication. Some of you are thinking you're waiting to get word about if you're going to be traveling or moving somewhere, moving to a different location. This is what the focus is. This is beautiful energy right now. So two places that you could put your energy, and it's time for you to choose. That's what this feels like right now. God, angel, spirit guides, let's get some advice for my lovely Cancer right now. God, angel, spirit guides, for their continued growth, to stay in the energy of their magic, to keep building, to bring in these opportunities. Whatever it is that they're seeking, God, angel, spirit guides, what advice do you have? What do they need to do, focus on, be mindful of at this time? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Let's see here. What do they need to be mindful of at this time? Advice for Cancer. Let me slow down here. Okay. Yeah. There's some toxicity. There's something that's trying to block, and Spirit wants you to be aware of it. Be careful of temptation. Be careful of cycles that's trying to come back up. Old stuff coming back up. Friend, if you got a friend who's calling you up, I kind of get just bear with me. I'm going to give you an example, Cancer, and this might sound way out there, but you might have an old friend that you all have been friends for a while, but sometimes you have this frenemy style, but there's someone that you care about, you love them, but they might, on a Saturday night have a couple of drinks and they want to call you and vent. But in their way of venting to you, they kind of have a way of wrapping you into their reenactment. Now here you all arguing, because really what's inside of them is a lot of pain, hurt, unprocessed trauma type stuff. And it kind of feels like spirit wants you to be careful about getting flared up in your energy, getting upset, and returning the words and the message back to this person in a toxic, nasty, ugly way, because they're almost hitting you with this energy. Someone is around you with this kind of toxic energy, and it's tempting to kind of get in this energy and be pulled into it and start arguing, and here you are in verbal fisticuffs. There's a caution about this right now. This is a Capricorn energy here. And then we also have some Aries energy as well. And sometimes for me, this kind of feels like Leo. I also feel like I could be talking to a Cancer Leo cusper too, because they also had the Page of Pentacles in their reading, but it was in reverse. So there could be some connection. Maybe you have a friend who's a Leo. Maybe you are a cusper. Maybe there's someone around you. Maybe Leo is in your chart in a way that's significant to you. But it just feels like be cautious of that fiery energy. Be cautious of being tempted to go there, because it feels like that's something that can distract you and get in the way of the thing that you're building, the magic that you're building right now. So you have a choice. It just feels like choices to make. This talisman is about opening up a door that gives you your peace so that you can stay focused on your goal. It just feels like because you're manifesting right now, because you're trying to open up to spirit and do your beautiful thing, it's also making you highly susceptible to old cycles. So just be careful about that. But the beauty here, this is the pinnacle of this, right? Is the Three of Wands out here. Some more Aries energy. That's what I was naming for you just a moment ago. New beginning. Aries is all about the I am. It's the new beginning. It's the start of the season. It's the start of astrology for many people and their belief. It's the beginning. And so this is new beginning beyond and abroad. Some of you have something to do with travel, expanding your network, having customers across seas, being invited to travel across seas, but it just kind of feels like there's an expectation about something bigger in the horizon, something bigger for you. And you're really trying to set your eyes out there, trust it, and allow your ships to come in. This is the focus for you. The Three of Wands. You've been building something, you've been wanting something, you've been manifesting, not to be distracted by exes, old friends, colleagues, supervisors. They are wrapped in this kind of toxic, fear-based energy. Be very careful about this. If you find yourself getting flared up, getting upset, do whatever it is that you do, Cancer, to bring it back in, to get back into your magic, to remember who you are. That's going to be really important for you this month of October. But you are on your way. This is a beautiful reading for you. Friends, I have a personal TikTok, so if you're interested, please feel free to follow. I will follow you back. That is a channel where I'll follow you back, and we'll have interactions there if you're interested. It's all about self-esteem stuff. It's about self-awareness stuff. It's about working through dysfunction. It's about addressing abuses in life. It's all of these little interesting messages that I wish I could speak to more on the tarot channel, but this is not exactly the platform. People really just want their messages here and they want to move on. But if you want to have, more information about tips, about red flags, what to be mindful of, all of that stuff, this is a good channel to check out. It's a small but mighty community. Again, I follow back, and I've been loving being able to connect with different people that I don't get to interact with on this particular channel. So I'll follow you back, show you some love there. In the meantime, friend, I love you, and I hope I get to see you next week. You are on your way. I want this to be the last thing that you see on the screen before we close. I love you, Cancer. Take care. Bye.